I'm not introducing you anymore. I mean, he's our resident correspondent, NBA correspondent, our NBA analyst, Alistair Muhire. Thank you for making it back on the show, sir.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me.
All right, so there's so many storylines to this. I mean, I'm excited to talk about this. The NBA playoffs start tonight at Oracle Arena. The first 2 games are there.
Yep.
Now, this is the NBA Finals, so the format, to everybody watching us who don't understand how it works, it's a 2-3-2 thing,
right?
Instead of the 2-2 and then 1-1-1-1 that we have in the other series. Yeah. So many storylines. I mean, the fact that the big man battle between Mozgov and Bogut. Now, when you think also about the fact that LeBron James, which is the biggest storyline, LeBron James is back in Cleveland, where it all began for him, child prodigy, made it to the NBA, ended up not winning there, moved to South Beach, won 2 titles there, but has been to the finals 5 times. This is his 6th time. Yeah. He's lost 3 times already. So this could be 2 for 6. He's trying to avoid that, right?
Definitely. So, I mean, it's first of all, congratulations to both teams.
Right.
Like you mentioned earlier, both of them, it's been a long time coming. For Golden State, 40 years. Cleveland, well, we know about the history of the Cleveland sports, or lack thereof, in terms of championships. But this is great. I mean, like you said, it's in terms of superstars, it's LeBron versus Steph. It's the David versus Goliath type of theme going on. LeBron coming back home is a story in itself. It's his legacy that we're looking at. He's coming back like from his stint in Miami to prove that, you know, he is the king. He's the chosen one. Most of the time he's compared to the greats, likes of Magic Johnson and MJ, Michael Jordan. So I think it's his time to really to show his worth, to show the people that he is the chosen one. And on the other side in Golden State, they have a young, amazing core offensively, and I think they're ready to take it on. Like you said, they have the 2 games at home to start, and it's up to them to really take care of business.
Now, when you look at the coaching part, let's start with that. I mean, David Blatt on one side, coming from Israel, not a lot of people are familiar with his work and what he's been able to do. Yeah. On the other side, you have Steve Kerr, 5-time NBA champion, played with MJ, played for Greg Popovich, former NBA analyst. I mean, these are 2 different schools of thoughts and the ways they approach the game and everything. On one side, you have LeBron James, who basically calls the shots in Cleveland. And on the other side, you have 2 humble superstars in Steph Curry, the Splash Brothers, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. I mean, what do you think is going to happen here when it comes to nerves, when it comes to most of them, apart from LeBron and the ones, and his lieutenants, that's what I call, who came from Miami. I mean, they don't have NBA finals experience here. Yeah. What do you think is going to happen?
No, that's a good point. And back to Steve Kerr and Blatt, obviously it's their first time coaching finals. Steve Kerr has been in the finals as a player, so already not so much nerves on their part, but just inexperience, I think, plays a big part. But for the players, obviously the nerves have to be there. LeBron and the guys who came from Miami are the only ones that have experienced this type of atmosphere. Nobody on the Golden State Warriors has reached this far in the NBA playoffs. So in terms of LeBron, I think they have in terms of coaching and nervousness, I think LeBron and the Cavs have the edge because he's been there before. So not much of the pressure will fall on Blatt. But on the other side, I think Kerr has a tremendous amount of pressure to deal with going into this with his young group of players.
With a lot of people saying he inherited what Mark Jackson
exactly,
done,
yeah. So I think he has a lot to prove and a lot of pressure to handle. But I think he's done a great job so far, him and his supporting staff. So it's going to be interesting to see how they deal with it. I'm sure the first game for sure will be a little bit of jitters back and forth, and the players and coaches feeling each other out. But moving on through the series, I think it'll be fine. I don't think
you're one of those who believe that Cleveland has a punching chance of actually stealing one in Oracle, like whether tonight or 2 days from now. Right. Now, these are 2 contrasting styles. I mean, you have one team that plays half court, even if Kyrie Irving and LeBron can play a sped-up game, right? A fast-paced game. On the other side, you have Golden State that shoots. They run and shoot, basically. They remind me of the Phoenix Suns, like early on, about 6-7 years ago. Yeah. Now, what's going to happen here, knowing that you believe they have a punching chance to actually go into Oakland and win a game or two.
Yeah, so I do. I have, and most of it being because of LeBron James, obviously. But I think that if they're able to, and because of the jitters in the first couple games, maybe the first 2 games, I don't know if Golden State will be clicking in their normal way. So I think that gives the opportunity to the Cavs to slow the pace down and bring it down a level to their half court, and LeBron just kind of milking the clock and attacking and getting fouled. I think they have a chance to do that, knock one down and steal one in game 1, and then I'm sure Golden State will bounce back. But if they get that first game 1 and kind of switch the momentum of the series, because already, at least in my opinion, Golden State are the favorites.
Great.
So, I mean, that's how I see it in terms of them stealing a game and moving on through the series.
Now, before I ask you your prediction, my last question will be, there has been someone here who came through the studio and said that if LeBron James was to win this championship, with the fact that he started in Cleveland with a lot of people saying you have a chip on your shoulder, you're the next MJ, moves to Miami, wins in what a lot of people consider to be not Dade County, but Wade County, then comes back to
back home,
Cleveland, pieces off Pat Riley, comes back to Cleveland, and makes it back to the final the first year. So here, what do you, if you were to assess the situation, do you believe that he could make, if he wins the championship this year with all those storylines, that he will be on Mount Rushmore with Magic and MJ and Larry Bird and, you know, the likes of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
You know, this is going to be, it's a very, I guess, opinionated kind of answer, but I know we spoke a little bit behind backstage, and we talked about this question, and you know, it goes to stats. I think it would be 3 out of 6, and if you're looking at the Mount Rushmore of players in the NBA, I don't know if that doesn't really tally up with it. So that's kind of my way of saying no, I don't.
Of this generation, at least, yes, absolutely.
Of this generation, yes, but I don't like to just
look at the generation.
To narrow it down. I like to just kind of open it up to
the wider scope.
Although I didn't get to watch most of them live back in the day, but I appreciate the game and I understand the game. So I would say no to that.
Now, your prediction, you've been on the money so far, which is why we're really lucky to have you here on the couch. I mean, you said from the get-go it was going to be Golden State and Cleveland. Who do you have winning the chip, and in how many games?
So I'll just keep it short, but you know, first of all, I'm very excited to have these 2 teams in the finals. I'm so pumped to watch these 2 teams go at it. I think it's going to go 6 games, and I'm sticking with my West Coast guys. I'm going with Golden State in 6, and just kind of ruining the LeBron coming home story and just opening it up for these young stars. And yeah, it's going to be Golden State in 6.
I'll personally be watching for Riley Curry. I mean, I've fallen in love. She's a phenomenon.
She's the new Northwest.
She's absolutely, she's unbelievable. Thank you very much, sir, for making it again. And by the end of the end, when you know the trophy is hoisted up and we know who's won it, we need you back so that we can recap the season and look forward to the, you know, what will have happened with the draft and what's to come.
I can't wait.
Season.
Thank you so much. I can't wait. Appreciate it
a lot.